For the first time in a long time, our market has flipped and buyers now have a lot of leverage. If you are a home buyer and you've been sitting on the sidelines since around 2021 waiting for some things to go in your favor, well, I've got some good news for you. I'm Jennifer Wauhob with the Jennifer Wauhob Team, and today we're going to talk about what this means for home buyers and what I would tell you if I was sitting across from you at a kitchen table if you were thinking about buying a home. So let's talk about the one thing that changed this whole picture, and that is inventory. Across the Houston area right now, we are sitting at about 5.6 months of inventory. Now, a year ago, we were at 4.6 months of inventory. So that means we have climbed 22% in just 1 year. Here in the Katy area, we are actually at a 6-year high when it comes to inventory. So having more homes on the market gives buyers more choices, more negotiating power, and more leverage. Okay, if you don't live and breathe this stuff every day like we do, let me explain to you what months of inventory means. So what we do is we take a look at all of the homes on the market right now, and we take a look at how many homes are selling per month. How many months would it take for everything to sell? Now, for a long time, we've always said in the industry, 6 months is a balanced market. When you have fewer than 6 months of inventory, it's a seller's market. When you have more than 6 months of inventory, it's a buyer's market. We are now just on the cusp of that balanced market after spending a really long time where sellers were in the driver's seat. Now, why do we have so much inventory right now? Well, let me tell you why those homes are sitting a little longer. When we have inventory on the market, sellers have to be really strategic about where they price their homes. Sometimes they're still wishing they were in that market a few years ago where they could maybe get a little bit more. So what happens? They try a price that's a little too high, the home sits on the market for a while, and then they end up having to do a price reduction. Now, if you pay attention to the market, about a third of sellers in Katy have done at least one price reduction. What is that telling you as the buyer? That's telling you those sellers are motivated, that first number, it was a wish, it wasn't a wall, and that they are willing to negotiate. They want to get that home sold. Now, I want to be careful here. I am not telling you the market is crashing in any way. In fact, if you look at home prices now versus where they were about a year ago, we're pretty stable. Our median home price out here is still at about $350,000. So we are not seeing prices fall off a cliff. It just means that your position at the table has now changed. You have more room to negotiate, you can ask for more, and you can wheel and deal a little bit. That's a different position than buyers have been in the last few years in our market. So what should you do if you're a buyer? Well, first step, get pre-approved. Get with the lender, figure out what you can qualify for, pay attention to what that monthly payment's gonna be, so you can go out there and now you can shop smart because you actually know what you can afford. Second is get with a realtor who knows the area really well. They can help you navigate in this market where you have more options and make sure that you are getting the best deal possible. The other thing you have to realize is that none of these numbers apply to every single house. Every neighborhood is different. Every home is different. We still have some homes that are hitting the market and they're getting multiple offers in that first weekend. If it's priced really well, if it's in great condition, if it's in a sought after neighborhood, it's still gonna move quickly. Not every neighborhood still sells the same. The list to sales price ratio can vary. So don't just assume because you hear there's more inventory that you can go in and lowball any home on the market. Again, this is why you want an expert working with you. They can tell you what homes are going for in that particular neighborhood and particular section and help you draft an offer that's going to get you that home and hopefully get you the best deal on that home. What's the one mistake I see buyers making right now? Well, they think because there's more inventory, they can go in and lowball everybody. You can still insult a seller with your offer, even if they have been sitting on the market a little bit and they want to get that home sold. So be smart, be strategic, craft a deal that's going to be good for everybody but benefits you in the ways that you want to be benefited. And don't just assume, well, things are slow, I can write insanely low offers and maybe I'm going to get a crazy good deal on a home. Be smart and be strategic. But here's the bottom line. This might be the market that you have been waiting for. And just like in all market cycles, it's a window of time and that window will close at some point. Maybe interest rates are gonna drop. Maybe we see a change in the economy and suddenly home sales are gonna boost. So now is a really great time if you are a home buyer and you've been waiting to get in the market. You have lots of options. Find yourself a great house, get yourself a deal you feel good about, and capitalize on where we are right now because it may not always be this way in the future. As always, if you ever have questions or want help with the home buying process, our team is happy to help. We offer a free buyer's consultation, no strings attached. Happy to answer questions or sit down with you anytime. Give us a call.